Hello everyone, my name is Sagar and I hope you are doing well. In this video, we are going to see the basics of trade agreement. Okay, now basically why do we use a trade agreement? Okay, the short form would be TA. Okay, so it is actually help us to predetermine the prices or discounts and all these stuffs. Okay, so let's do a practical scenario, then we'll see. Okay. So for that, what I'm gonna do, I will create a new product. Okay, so for that I can go to my uh, product information management, release product. Let me create a product. I'll create a new product. I can give it a name, something like trade agreement test TAT. Okay, and here I can give my purchase price and my sales price. Typically it will be greater than the purchase, and let's say inventory price is 10 only. Okay, let me select my this model group, and audio here I will go to storage dimension, and tracking would be none. Okay, and I will create this product. So my product is ready. The name of my product is TAT. Okay, now if in simple case, if I'll create a purchase order, so my price is 10, right? So if I will go here and I will create a product, let me go to procurement and sourcing or purchase order. Okay, and here let me open any random purchase order. Let us assume this one only, and if I will add this particular item here, that is my TAT, and when I will select my site and warehouse, so here if you will notice, the price is coming as 10. Okay, now what if we want to give some kind of additional discount, or we want to change the pricing dynamically? Okay, so for that we can use trade agreements. Okay, we can use either the purchase trade agreement, or if you want to sell, then we can also create our sales trade agreement. For now, let's focus on our purchase trade agreement. Okay, so I will click on this. From here I can see what all trade agreement are available currently. So if you can see, this is totally blank. Okay, now in order to create, I will click on this create trade agreement button here. Okay, here I have two options. Okay, and even what I can do, I can simply select this select this one here, and I will create lines. One second, let me go back, and here what I'm gonna do, I will change the pricing. I will select the purchase pricing. I will go to lines here. Okay, so now what I will do, I will create a new purchase order. Okay, let's understand a scenario. Okay, so this is 1001 Acme. So what I will do here I have three options. Okay, table, group, and all. So I want the changes of this particular product either to all the vendors, okay, or maybe the group of vendors. We have a vendor group, right? Click here, you will get your vendor groups. Okay, if you click all, this will get disabled because you are selecting all. Okay, but whereas if you click on table, then you need to select your individual vendor. For now, focus that we want to change pricing specifically for this vendor. Okay, and here also we have the option, either you can select all. Once you are selecting all your items, or maybe group of your items, okay, or maybe the individual item here. Okay, so here we are going to focus on individual items. So the item that we created is TAT, right? Trade agreement test. Okay, I will select this one. Okay, and site and warehouse is this. Okay, and here what I will do, I will change up. So currently the pricing is 10. Okay, so instead of 10, let me say that the vendor, they are giving us this particular product at $8. Okay, like per unit is $8. Okay, here you can select your what do we call your from and to date. Let's say if this is something, it is going to valid for only a week, a month, so you can select your dates and other stuffs here. Okay, additionally you can have additional discount here, we will see it later. Okay, I will save it and let me try to post this, and I will click OK. Okay, here, so that one is posted, so here you can click on posted. And okay, you can also do it from here, so the best would be to go back and click on this view trade agreement. So here you can see the relation is purchase pricing, and this is something going to be applied in this particular vendor 1001, that is Acme Office Supply, and the item where it is going to specify is this TAT. Okay, and from here you can see additional discount. Okay, like the site and warehouse, your units, from and to date we haven't selected. Okay, so the amount would be 8. Okay, so I will go ahead and I will create a purchase order now. Okay, so I can come back, I can create a new purchase order. So I'm going to select my same vendor, that is 1001. I will click, and here I will simply click OK. Okay, and then further, as I have the trade agreement for this particular product, so I can add my lines. I will set TAT, and here if you see, by default the pricing is coming 10. Let me do something interesting here. Okay, 1, and here let me select the warehouse as 12 and save this. Okay, you see the pricing is still 10 because my trade agreement is applicable on this site and warehouse 1 and 11. In a company we'll have multiple warehouses and sites as well, so let me change it to 11 and save this. Okay, as soon as I will change it, you can see my pricing has been changed to 8. Okay, so this is the basic. Now here what you can do, let me again go back to my this particular release product form. Now here let me create one more trade agreement. Okay, let me create a trade agreement here. Now let's focus on something related to, let me create new first. Okay, pricing, and this would be my purchase price. I'm going to go to lines. Okay, I will do same thing. I just want to do modification in individual product only, and this time instead of 1001, let me apply this filter on some other vendor. Okay, maybe let's say this US 101. Okay, so I will go ahead and I'm gonna select my US 101 vendor. I will click here and I will select my product, that is my TAT product. Okay, so this time what I will do, I will do some modification on the basis of my let's say quantity. So the scenario that I will create is, for example, let's say if I am buying this TAT product between 1 to 100, I will get the price as 9. Whereas if I buy something greater to, or let's say from 100 to 200, I will get price as 8. If I'm buying it, more than 200 quantities, okay, for example, from my 200 quantities greater, so I'll get the price as, let's say, 6. Okay, if you want to create these kind of things, okay, like depending upon your quantities, you want to modify, see, you also have the option of discount as well. Okay, instead of putting amount here, I can go here and this is not the one. I can select for discount as well. So now in order to achieve this 1 to 100, so I will start my modification. I will say that if the quantity would be from 1 to 100, then the pricing would be 9. and then here I can, let me save this. So I have this option, copy line. Click on this, the same information will be copied. Now from my 100 to 200, so between my 100 to 200, the price would be 8. Okay, and then again I will save this. I will click on copy line, and now if this will be greater than 200, I can remove the maximum quantity here, and let me remove this. Okay, then the price would be 6. Okay, and let me save this. Now here let me do one interesting thing here. Okay, so let me put it 101. So I just want to show you one special case as 101 and save this. Okay, that should be all good, and I'm gonna post this. I will click OK. Okay, by the time it is posting, I will start creating my purchase order. So I can select my vendor, that is US 101, and I will click OK. Okay, and now I can go back here. Let me see my trade agreement first. Okay, see here, these are like all the trade agreements are available here, but currently I'm focusing on this 101 only. Okay, so between 1 to 100 I will get this price, and 101 to 200, this price unit. Okay, so I will go ahead and will add my item to it. Okay, so first of all I will test my last scenario, that is if I will get the quantities greater than 200, and what would be the price. Okay, so let me say it as 205. Okay, and save this. So I should get the price as 6. Okay, yeah, and for 200 also I will get it 6. So let's quickly verify. I will say 200. Okay, and as soon as I will change it to 199, so it should be now, I think, 8. Yeah, 8 is here. Okay, now the special case that I want to show you here is, if you will put 100, let's see what price we'll get. Okay, so we should get 9. Okay, so let me put it 100 here and save. Okay, now the interesting thing here is the from will be included. Okay, so for example, if you enter the quantities between 1 to 99, then only it will work. Okay, now you have left 100. Okay, so basically this is inclusive and exclusive concept is there. Okay, so when you say from and to as 1 to 100, so in actual you can enter the items between 1 to 99. Okay, and then 100 is something excluded. Okay, so either if I would have put it 100 here, so it would have accepted it as 8. Okay, so that's why, as this quantity is not specified here, that's why I'm getting the purge price, that is 10 unit price. So what I mean by that is, if I go back here, so now this time the pricing will be taken from here. Okay, like your purchase price. So this is a special case that I want to specifically focus. Okay, so that while creating the trade agreement, you can make sure that you are selecting the correct numbers. Remember that this number is going to be inclusive and this one is going to be an exclusive number. So it means you will only have option between 199 here, 101 to 199. Okay, as soon as 200, so 200 and whatever number would be greater than 200, that will get the pricing as 6. So that is short description about trade agreement. So similarly, as we have done all the demos for purchase trade agreement, so the sales trade agreement, they also behave in the similar way. So thank you for watching this video.